Scooby-Doo helps Grandpa find the remote will not be seen today. Instead, we bring you the following program.
Oh no, what now?
Well, it's Greg Ritchie with a little funny podcast.
Oh, good morning, Deputy. Do you watch the show?
Unfortunately, that's the reason you got pulled over.
Oh, okay.
Driver's license.
Is there some problem, officer, other than the podcast?
I'm sure we can find something. It's not so funny now, is it?
No, sir. I'm not trying to be funny.
Yeah, we see that on the podcast.
Oh.
Have you been drinking?
Wait, what? Of course not.
Hey, Mr. Ritchie. Hey, I'm gonna need you to step out of the car. We're gonna do some vehicle sobriety test, and I want you to walk this white line.
Oh, Chief, I can't,
Mr. Ritchie, I need you to step out of the car now.
You'll never take me alive, copper.
Dukes of Hazzard will continue.
Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Sunday edition of Houston County News. Hey, how you doing? I'm Greg Ritchie from the Messenger newspaper. Yep, I'm Greg Ritchie from the Messenger newspaper, and we've got a fun show for you. Last week, we wanted to get our good friend from the Crockett Lions Club, the president of Crockett Lions Club, on the show, Mr. Stephen Wells. We ran out of time. We're going to run that interview today just in time. The rodeo's finished. And thanks, Stephen, for helping out with the joke we did last week. Also, big fire on the loop. Did you see that? Well, we're going to see some video from it and hear from Crockett Police Chief Jason Frizzell, who probably knows a thing or two about it. He's going to tell us kind of how it all came out, kind of a surprising thing. Also this week, we are going to go by and visit Houston County Electric Co-op. Have you seen their amazing new building right there on the loop? Well, we were given an exclusive behind-the-scenes tour and talk with Miss Kathi Calvert out there. $16 million project, and that's more than I make in a whole year. All joking aside, and it's pretty awesome. Also, the Downtown Crockett Association had a big meeting. Lots more stuff going on. But first, let's say good morning to our special guest, Miss Shelby Smith. Shelby, how you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
You know, I'm okay. So, we first met you. You were a rodeo queen contestant.
Yes, sir.
And then you were kind enough to come back last week and do a little skit with us, which I had a lot of really nice comments on, by the way. So congratulations, a lot of compliments.
Thank you.
Most of them were about your knitting. They said it was incredible. And by the way, I didn't wear it because it's warm outside, but thanks for the sweater. It's amazing. Well, I know. No, the knitting was fake, but the rest of it was fun, right? Did you have a good time?
It was super fun.
Fun enough you decided to come back anyway.
Yes, sir.
Now, we've talked to you about rodeo stuff, but I know you've got a lot more going on. You do jewelry.
Yes, sir.
You weld, you ride horses.
I do a little bit of everything.
And you said you do tap dance. When did you start doing that?
Must have been last night in my sleep, because I don't remember that.
Now, I have to say, Shelby came in this morning and she was complaining a little bit, but I feel your pain because we've all been there. Apparently, we have a lovely vintage type automobile.
It's great.
We'll call it vintage.
Yep.
Early 2000 kind of Tahoe going on.
It's 2000, nothing added behind it.
There's no extra. It's just a 2000. And much like Y2K, it's seen better days. I take it.
Yeah.
So now what happened? So your mom is picking up pieces. What's going on?
I was telling her I was going to take it to the shop to go get a couple things fixed, and she goes, well, you might want to get this looked at too, and picks up a little rubber tube and said it fell out from under the hood. Still don't know where it's from. But
Right. You might need that actually at some point.
we made it to the shop somehow.
Somehow. Yep. Yeah, I've had a few cars like that where, every Sunday I take my girlfriend out for a push, because it's just, and my Grandpa Bert, bless his heart, he used to have that problem all the time. My grandma would walk behind him and go, Bert, it's your spleen. You're going to need that. Stuff would just fall out of him. So what is the, what's the dream car? Because 16, 17, how old are we now?
17.
Any 17-year-old boy or girl has the dream car.
I do.
Okay, lay it on us.
So, I need a truck for rodeo to pull everything. So right now, be an F350 King Ranch. Just maybe blacked out.
Really?
A 3-inch lift on some 37s.
On some see, I see you in like a bright red Cybertruck.
So
You're
no.
plugging in every night and...
I don't even charge my phone every night, so we wouldn't be getting anywhere.
Siri, play Katy Perry. Why don't I see you doing that?
I can in my dad's truck. He has like a big
Yeah.
thing.
Well,
I can say, "Hey Siri."
So I bought a new car a couple years ago, right? I've always been the same kind of car guy. I like there's one kind of car I like. I don't like anything else. So I get in it, and it's at night, and I noticed the lights came on by themselves, and I thought, okay, well that's cool. It knows it's starting. 2 drops of drizzle, and immediately wipers are going off, and the lights are dimming and brighting by themselves at night, and it's possessed, and you put it in cruise control, and if it senses a car 100 miles away, it slams on the brake. It just, I hate it. I may trade you straight up for it for the old Tahoe, honestly, because
Your lights aren't very good on the Tahoe. If you want your headlights on, the 3rd row seat light on the top has to be on.
so if you need the okay. No, it's getting dark out. Climb in the back there, Earl, and turn that light on so we can get some lights.
Yeah, like there's a little knob that turns them up and down.
Yeah.
And for your headlights and your dash lights to be on, you have to have the 3rd row light on. If you don't want the 3rd row light on, you cannot see how fast you're going.
I'm going to tell you something, young lady. I want you to enjoy that Tahoe because everybody out there, I'm sure, had that one garbage car that they adore. I grew up poor, so I had a bunch of them. I had a 71 step-side Ford pickup truck, 3 on the column. And my friends would have to push so I could pop the clutch and get it to start and get down the road. That was fun. And then when I was in college, I had a big, long, you don't even know what this is probably, but like a 1975 LTD. And they were boats. I mean, to steer it, you would literally, And my friends called it Moses because it stank and it made noise and it backfired. It's kind of like Moses. Like every other car would get out of the way when I came through. And when I finished college and came back to Texas, I sold it. And I told the man, I said, I think I was $600, I think is what I sold it for. That'll tell you. And so, and this isn't like because it was 1990s money. It just wasn't worth that much. And I told the guy, I'm like, oh, by the way, though, I put that stereo in. I'm taking that back. See, back in the day, we had disc players and radios in the car. I know that's old hat for you kids today. And so he goes, what are you talking about? I'm only buying it for the stereo. That's the only thing in the car that's worth anything. So basically, I sold him a car stereo for $600 and threw in the car for free. Well, anyway, folks, we appreciate you watching us this morning. We've got some exciting stuff to talk about, so stick around and we'll be back right after this.
Nothing in nature is wasted. Every atom of every living thing is reused again and again. We apply this same circularity to industry, taking materials that would otherwise be wasted and transforming them into hundreds of valuable ingredients that the world depends on daily. The best way to protect nature is to act like nature. At Darling Ingredients, that's exactly what we do.
We got the call at 10:50, and the person that called it in pretty much said the whole building was on fire. There shortly after, a PD officer arrived, and confirmed to us that yes, the whole building was on fire. I've seen some videos in the area, and it appears to be that the fire spread pretty rapidly within the first 2 minutes, and it was burning hot and, getting after it. At that time, you weigh your options. What's the best, avenue to go? Putting water on it will still be there to this day, but at that time, with all the other not flammable, but potential exposures around the place, the action was to protect the stuff around the building and keep it contained to that area. And that's what we did for several hours on scene. One of the walls did fall down on top of a gas riser, and so there was a active gas fire there also. So the company had to come out of Huntsville CenterPoint had to come, dig it up, closer to the road and cut the gas off that was going to the building. But at that time, when the gas lines are on fire, you're safer. It's when it's just spewing going everywhere, that's when you're not safe. So there was never any danger to the public with that gas sitting there, just sitting there burning off. When you investigate fires, there's a lot of theories, and you got to rule them out. I'm still got a lot of stuff to do, and I can't do it inside that building because it's still actively going.
Yeah.
So I'm just still in the early stages of investigation. I don't want to make any presumptions any way around, because I hadn't physically put my eye on the inside of the building, because like I said, I can't get in there because it's still burning hot. So we had to called on Latexo, Love Lady, B-Lot came also. Also, we had EMS on standby the whole time. Houston County Fire Marshal assisted. We also had our local representative from Tatum there. He was there assisting. I just want to give those kudos, because it's not just one department that can handle this. This was almost all hands on deck. I want people to realize that even though most of the department was there, we had a backup plan to cover Crockett if we got another call. We would have reached out to Grapeland, who mutual aids with us, and appreciate everybody that showed up, because it's definitely one department job.
Houston County, Texas is a lot of things. It's our amazing cities and towns, Davy Crockett National Forest, and our fields and streams. It's cattle and lumber, manufacturing and tech support. It's national brands and mom and pops. It's our churches and it's our schools. For many of us, Houston County is home. Come visit us and see for yourself what makes this place special. Houston County, first in Texas history, first in our heart. Hey, folks, by the way, before we get on with the show, I did want to take a minute and thank Deputy Rocky and Chief Ryan and everybody else at the Sheriff's Department, including Sheriff Zach Benj, for being good sports and taking part in our stupid little skit that we made. I don't make those because I think they're funny. They're not funny, and that's why I make them. I'll tell you what's not funny. Driving along the loop now, have you seen the new Houston County Electrical Co-op building? If you have not been inside, well, the outside is pretty amazing, even though they've still got some little things. They've still got to take down the old building. They got parking coming up, all kind of fun stuff. They've got an amazing new community room, which a lot of people may not even know about. That's something that's open to groups and little churches and things like that to have little meetings in. It's absolutely fascinating. But anyway, I went and darkened the doorway, and I asked Miss Kathi Calvert to give us kind of a little tour and kind of explain how this all came about. Have a look. I think you're going to be really impressed. It's really nice.
The old building served its purpose. I'm still a bit nostalgic about the old building, because after you spend so many years and so many outages and so many storms working in that old building, that it was put in service in 1975. So it was about 50 years old. And we had a funnel system above the ceiling tiles to drain water, to get it to trash cans so it wouldn't leak on people's head. The foundation was never good. This is expansive clay soil under here. And we had foundation problems my understanding is from the moment they moved in, and I found some records from board meetings back in the 80s when they did a lot of soil testing and more civil work to try to figure out what to do with the shift of the building. But we had gaps in our concrete floor that wide, and some of us would be in offices where our drawers and our desk would just fall open because of the lean and the grade of the biggest difference of moving into the new building is you don't have to hold yourself in place at your desk. When you sit at your desk, you
From sliding.
actually sit at your desk. So it was time. The facade was continuing to degrade and starting to pull away from with the brick and everything. So we had a lot of maintenance issues and no easy solution since the foundation was bad. The board had actually talked about it for over a decade, recognizing all the foundation issues and what we were facing. And so we would talk about it and we'd get some preliminary ideas, and then we'd have a big storm or a tornado or a hurricane. And so we'd put it on hold, and then we'd talk about it again. And finally, about 2 years ago, it was time. The office flooded really bad and we had a lot of outages, and we were trying to get water out of the office and keep equipment from getting wet while we were trying to respond to outages. And so that was kind of the breaking point. Like, okay, we've got to do something. It's getting worse. And from the time we turned dirt, it was a 2-year project, and we've stayed on budget. It's a $16 million project. We did both. Well, we did the building, we did the warehouse, and we did a new truck shop. Our truck shop didn't have a lift in it, so it was very cumbersome and unsafe to work on some of our heavy equipment. So we greatly improved our shop situation, and then we were repurposing our old warehouse. It was built later and it had a better foundation, and so it's got a little facelift. It got a paint job on it. So, and then the existing building will be torn down here in the next 8 weeks. So parking is very limited right now until where the old building is where our new parking lot will be, and there will be ample parking here by the end of July. But until then, there are some handicapped spaces and one parking space if you pull in where the big HCEC sign is on the outside. So we now have it marked much better. There's a huge HCEC that anybody can come up to, and that's also our drive-through. Previously, we did not have a drive-through payment window, so this is brand new for everybody. And so far, I think everybody is loving it. The drive-through is really wide, so it confuses some people. They think they can pull through the other direction. So we're still working on some of the safety features and, fencing and signs and everything. So we're going to get there, but anybody go towards the big HCECs, and you can either use the drive-through or you can park over there and come inside and see us. So we had a community room previously in our old building that any nonprofit, school organization, church, political organization that needed a place to meet, they could use. This new meeting room, it has 4 big screen TVs to project video display for presenters. It can accommodate 100. It has conference style tables that are easy to move and seating. It has a full kitchenette for people to use, nice restrooms. So it's a very nice facility, and we hope members of the community that give back to the community can utilize that. We did this 100% to help our community.
Well, folks, good morning and welcome back to the show. We have a very special guest this week, and it's none other than Mr. Stephen Wells. He's the president of the Crockett Lions Club. Stephen, good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Well, as a member of the Crockett Lions Club, let me say you have my full support.
Much appreciated, sir. Thank you.
Well, first of all, before we get into all the stuff that I know y'all have going on, tell us about yourself.
Okay. Well, I am retired military. I did almost 21 years in the military. I grew up in a military family.
What did you do in the military?
I did a plethora of things in the military. You kind of are a jack of all trades. But as far as assigned duties, I started off as a satellite communications operator maintainer.
Wow.
which I thought was neat, but you really just sit in a big van with a bunch of equipment and make sure the lights are blinking green.
One just went red, sir.
Yes.
One just went red.
Yes.
Yeah.
And yeah, they'll let you know when the communications link is down real quick. I did that for 8 years, 2 tours, in the wars doing that. And then when I realized that we weren't getting out of any wars anytime soon, I pursued my dream to fly helicopters. So my second job was helicopter pilot.
Wow.
Which I did for the remaining 12 years I was in the military. So.
Wow, that's amazing.
Oh, it was, best job ever.
Well, you say that, and a cousin of mine joined the Navy. He said, see the world. And he said, I filled up gas into jet engines for 8 years on a carrier. But I think for every fighting on the front lines infantryman, I think there's 9 people or something sort of making sure he's fed and clothed and bandaged and in communications and just...
Yeah, I don't have
the
the ratio to that, but it very much is not just the trigger puller on the front lines.
Somebody's got to make sure the satellites are. I mean,
there's a whole logistics train that's supporting it all.
Well, now, how did you go from flying your helicopters to get to Crockett, Texas?
So after I retired out of Fort Hood, Texas, up there in Central Texas, I went to work for the state. And was commuting down to Austin every day. We moved a little bit closer to Bastrop, and then COVID hit, and the state sent us all home for safety reasons.
Right.
Our division found that we were more productive working from home, had the numbers to back it up. So work became 100% remote, and there was no requirement to stay within commuting distance to Austin.
Wow.
So it was an opportunity for our family to figure out what it was we were looking for. And we put that on paper and started looking for properties. And the one we found here in Crockett, Texas, ticked all the boxes. And we're coming up on 5 years here and absolutely love it.
Well, welcome. And we're so happy. COVID hit a lot of people in different ways. We had a big spike in folks moving here, and I don't know anybody that's moved away yet. They've all stayed. Now, coming here is one thing, though, but getting involved and volunteering and becoming a Lions Club member, but then offering to be an officer and actually, do the real work.
How did I fall into that?
No. Well, why were you so selfless in your? Yes. How did you fall into that? I guess.
So it was. I enjoy helping people. Even before joining Lions, I was involved with youth soccer, coaching that in several different locations, including here in Crockett before I became a Lion. Working from home, spouse gets to see you, maybe more often than she'd like. I don't know. But it's like, you have a little bit of time once you find another way to help assist. So,
yes, I've been on the receiving of that conversation too. Yes,
it's not a bad thing.
No,
and I enjoy serving the community and helping out. Originally, it was after a rodeo, and so I was like, well, let me look into what Lions Club is about, and
yes.
Was invited to go to a Crockett Lions Club meeting, and liked what I saw as far as what we can do for the community. So I joined, and then very shortly thereafter, hey, would you like to serve as vice president? It's like, well, I'm still learning, but absolutely, wherever you need me, I can be of service.
Wow.
And then, as is the tradition, I guess, is to move on up following that.
Now you get to carry the football and the Secret Service.
Luckily, we don't have a football, and there's definitely no Secret Service.
Well, it's funny, though. A lot of people have heard of the Lions and the Elks and the Shriners. They sort of are vaguely familiar with all these different groups. But I'm about like you. It wasn't until I came to this area 10 years ago, however long it's been now, that I actually went to my first Lions Club meeting and sort of said, oh, that's what they do. So for those people who might be watching and not be entirely familiar, what is a Lion? What is the Lions Club in general?
Lions are, personnel that want to help serve their community. They want to foster community, are mostly service minded, and people that have the time and energy to do that.
Yeah.
And interestingly enough, Lions clubs can choose their focus. They could be narrowly focused. They could be broadly focused. I've heard the comment several times, since we do have two clubs here in Crockett, that the Crockett Lions Club does the rodeo, and the other one does everything else. While on the outside that may look like the case, Crockett Lions Club is involved with a lot of stuff, and a lot of it has come out recently, for some of the stuff that we've been working on. One of which is the Custom Cowboys Memorial that was just dedicated.
Very nice, by the way.
Oh, it's beautiful. I think it's a wonderful.
We showed the speeches on last week's podcast. In fact, it's really nice.
Yeah, it was beautiful, and I love what it stands for, and honoring those that. And I don't think there's a single one out there that qualifies as a custom cowboy that actually is seeking any sort of recognition in any way.
They are quiet and humble and deserving of every
quiet professionals that have served this county for ages.
Now you guys meet because I know like the Grapeland Noon Lions Club once a month. Every club has kind of its own meeting times. Y'all meet every week.
Currently, we meet every Tuesday at noon at Moosehead, all the way in the back.
Right in the back, right.
All the way in the back. There's not open talks, but we like to make it available to more people, because sometimes noon isn't accessible for everyone, or maybe even every week isn't doable.
Sure.
And that's fine. I mean, there's not someone going, oh, well, you didn't make it last Tuesday, so you owe.
Right.
No,
that might be a good idea as a fundraiser, though. I'm just saying.
It could be. However, we have some members that they're excellent at fundraising when tasked to it. So,
'cause I don't want to think how many Tuesdays I would owe at this point. So that's probably a bad idea.
Yeah.
So if I've never been to a meeting, I can just show up one Tuesday at noon, order a sandwich, sit in the back with you guys, and just kind of listen and ask questions and that kind of thing, right?
Absolutely. Yep. Yeah. So open to the public. Be happy to have you. I'll be there before 12. So meeting actually kicks off about 12:15.
Right.
So there'll be some time to meet and greet and
chat and find
yeah.
out. Well, and I know you guys don't just work on your projects and stuff in those meetings and discuss like practical to-do lists and stuff like that. A lot of weeks is a special guest, and I know y'all have had city people and the gentleman from Goodwill before they came here. Just a lot of really interesting talks.
Yeah, the intent is to have programs. Is kind of what they're called, programs. Bring in someone from the community. Like you mentioned, we had one of the directors for Goodwill. We had the hospital manager come in and talk to us. Since we're a civic-minded organization, we would like to know what's going on in the community. Maybe there's ways that we can help.
Right.
So it's really just about, getting to know the community a little bit better, and figure out if there's ways that we can assist. So, education and information is never a bad thing, I think.
Well, there's plenty of people out there, because I know a lot of them, that complain that there's nothing to do. And they don't have that many friends, and there's not a lot going on. And I tell them about like the Crockett Lions Club. I say every Tuesday you go have lunch with some really nice people.
Absolutely.
And you may want to join, you may not, but you'll find out what's going on in the community. And there's so much that y'all do. Basically, for anyone that says I could help now and again, they're going to find something to help with, because you guys do kind of anything.
Yeah.
Now, before you go, I did want to ask you, we just finished the rodeo last night. Another successful year. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And that seems like so much work.
It is.
Yeah.
And we have some very dedicated members that have been doing it for a while. And, recognizing one of the members that is still with us, but doesn't make it out that often. And his service to the rodeo, not just to the rodeo, but to the community,
Yes.
in many different ways for many, many years.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Well, helping to get the ag arena built, and
absolutely.
definitely deserving of a street name and all the honors. And,
Absolutely.
yeah, that's amazing. Well, what's next, the Lions Club? What's next for you? Are you? There have been some rumors. I didn't want to bring this up in public, but that you were going to do away with the whole president, vice president thing, and just say you're going to be the dictator of life for the Crockett Lions Club.
No,
Total coup,
that is not me.
a putsch, as they call it.
I am not a dictator. However, I was voted in for a second year as the
I
president.
saw that. Congratulations.
So, I serve at the pleasure of the club.
Where does it go from here? I mean, obviously, you've got the core events and things that I know y'all do, but whether you're at the helm or not, 5 years from now, where would you like to see the Crockett Lions Club? 3 years from now, what does that mean in your mind?
Oh, interesting. I get some long-term goals here for.
Well, I mean, it's always good to workshop.
Absolutely. No, minor changes, just to make sure that we are serving the needs of our community, but also operating in a manner that's open and transparent, and efficient. So any small baby steps I can make forward, I think is a win.
Yeah.
I don't want to make any lofty goals. Like, hey, we're gonna have the rodeo nationally televised.
We'll build a skyscraper in downtown Crockett.
Yeah, that's not. Just
a chicken in every pot.
Progress forward. Hopefully some new members that want to
help out,
yeah. and in any way that they can.
Like a Crockett Lions Club is a perfect. That is America, really. It's people that don't have to, that come together and enjoy each other's company and go, hey, you know what? We're all together. I heard there was a little something we could help out with down the street, and they go and they do it, and they don't get paid to do it. They a lot of times don't even get thanks for doing it. Let's be honest. But a lot of times nobody even notices they did it. But they just kind of made everything a little, nicer. And I know there's an old Greek proverb that says, what is it, like, society grows greater when old men plant trees whose shade they know they will never enjoy. And that's kind of what groups like the Lions Club does. And I think it's awesome. And I mean that. I mean, I've told some jokes today because I'm a goofball, but I think it's awesome. And for y'all to be doing that and putting on something like the rodeo, which means so much, not just to the fans and the spectators, but the kids and the parents and everybody out there busting mutts and all the rest of it. So I appreciate it. Now, I appreciate you coming by and talking to us about it. I really do. And congratulations on another great rodeo.
Thank you very much. It's been my pleasure.
Shelby, there was one last thing I wanted to talk about before we go. Folks, we need your help. Summer's coming up. And I know even for homeschool kids, that's, right? You do get a break, or are you still hitting the books? Some kind of summer break. Okay. Well, fair enough. Well, we want people. So we're going to make a call for students out there. Do you draw? Do you act? Do you dance? Do you sing? Do you yodel? Do we want yodelers? You know what? Come on in and yodel. Do you play the bagpipes really loud? If you have a talent, or you're a parent of a kid that's got a talent or grandparent, we'd like to hear from them, right? Wouldn't that be fun?
That'd be really fun.
We could do some kind of little talent show. Now, if I had to ask you the most ridiculous or embarrassing thing that you can do, what do you think it would be? I'll give you an example. I speak dog. So my dog and I have our own little language, and when I talk to him, he gets it. He talks back. We have whole conversations. And I'm not a schizophrenic, and neither am I. But it sure seems like we talk to each other. That would probably be my dumbest talent that I would admit on camera.
I feel like my weirdest talent I have to actually think about that one.
All right,
I don't know.
Well, you're still young. There's still plenty. As you get older, you tend to do dumber and dumber things better. I don't know how that works. But listen, if you have a fun talent, you're a student, we'd love to talk to you. Hey, maybe you want to come sit in like Shelby's doing today. Maybe you'd like to do a weather report for us, or be a roving reporter with a camera, or maybe even help us with some of the editing and all that. Lord knows I could need the help with that.
I know my weird talent.
Okay, sorry. Yes, and young lady in the back. Yes, go ahead.
I'm oddly good at peeling hard-boiled eggs.
You're oddly good at
I'm
peeling
really
hard.
good at it.
Actually, that's pretty useful. What do you now? Do you like soak them in cold water, ice water, and then
routine.
tap?
12 minutes on the pot, take it out, put it in an ice bath,
Yeah.
of water with ice, and a bowl of water with a little bit of ice in
Yeah,
it.
I do
Soak
that.
them in there for 10 minutes, and then you take them and you just roll them around in your hand, and the egg shell falls off.
Oh, you roll them in your hand. Have you ever seen the online video where they take a little bit out of each side and then they just blow it out, and the egg just comes out of the shell? I don't believe that. I thought that was fake.
I feel like I get scared breaking it when I peel it off.
So you just kind of, and it just
Give it
kind
a
of.
little rub in it. It's
Well,
magic.
ladies and gentlemen, Shelby is available for $25 an hour for all of your egg shucking needs. That's a good one. Okay, that's a good one. Give us a call. We'll put all the information somewhere down there, and let us know if you've got some kind of talent or want to help out with the show. We would love to have you. And gosh, Shelby, it's fun hanging out with you today, and I hope you enjoyed it and you'll come back and see us.
Thanks for stopping by, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you have a great week.